stone's throw from historic Monument Circle in downtown Indianapolis. We are at the beautiful Lucas Oil Stadium. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Play action. It's Carr. He'll buy some time right. Man open. That's Henry Ruggs. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Give him 32 on the play.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Wide open receiver complete. And the Raiders are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Hines. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Nyheim Hines with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Raiders 7, Colts nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They fake the give. Now Wentz. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. They work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two short of the 40. Back back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And that is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And now after the sack, Wentz and the Colts, they're left looking at a 3rd and long. On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Here's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. It got his man complete.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Carr going to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now Carr. Dancing to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Carr to throw again. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. If you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd down, it's Hines. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. It's caught. Beckham. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
Las Vegas.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. To throw his Carr. And he's got it. Touchdown. Darren Waller. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
14. Colts, nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And partner, let me make a quick pivot here. Season winding down. They're number 32 in offense this year. The last in the league. Where do they go?
Anywhere and everywhere, but they have to do it with a plan. And I think about Atlanta a bunch of years ago. They decided they wanted to get what they thought was going to be a franchise quarterback, and indeed he is, Matt Ryan. But they had to supplement it. They went free agency, got a running back, came back and traded back into the 1st round in the same draft to get a left tackle to protect him. Really supplemented that pick, complemented that pick, and went to the playoffs the very next year.
Well, maybe they can use that and carbon copy it. And this is going to be a Colts 1st down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, it's Wentz. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 39 yards there, a big one. And Charles, of interest here, that last throw is going to put him over 20,000 yards passing for his career. And that's not a bad number.
You're exactly right about that. And even though it's nowhere near the top of the leaderboard, because when you think about it, Brady and Breeze, they've done that 4 times over. But when you hit 20,000, let's face it, only a little over 100 guys have ever done that in the NFL. It's worthy of some applause.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd down now, it's Mack, and he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Shotgun now for Wentz. The toss here completed to Pittman. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Taken in by Pascal out left. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
Well, look at this, a tight end carry. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Wentz now on 3rd and goal. Buying time to his... And a big loss here as he's taken down. Clelin Ferrell able to record his 5th sack of the season.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
Blankenship's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
They run with Hines, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. So, Charles, here we are, Week 17. Both of these teams playing their 16th game of the regular season, and obviously for decades, that was the full season. But as we all know, a little strange, still one more game to go next week.
Yeah, Brandon, I think we're both interested to see how things play out next week because we know their division titles and wild card spots up for grabs. So those teams, no doubt, they'll be all in. But how would you like to go in front of a team that's 3-13 and say, okay, guys, one more time, let's go get them. If we win, it benefits someone else.
Now a play fake. Carr. Being chased out left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now Carr to try again after the pick six. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Shotgun now for Carr. Flushed, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Quiddy Pay in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
To try again after the sack. Carr, he'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Odell Beckham, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders add on to their lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Colts 10.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, Wentz. And his throw is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The Colts on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. Wentz now to throw. And he'll find Pittman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. This to the outside for Mack. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
That's a gain. Makes it 3rd and 10.
On play action, Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. He'll look downfield for Waller. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On play action, it's Carr. He'll look downfield for Waller. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 35 yards the gain there. Another first down as well. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
We got this.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
At the 26-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9. Now Wentz. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That's on the tackle, Braden Smith. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Wentz. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tyree Gillespie. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Raiders 28, Colts 10.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. A run by Mack to start the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Decided to hand it off that time on the run pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Staying on the ground with Mack. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line. Now a play fake. Wentz.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this one is incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
On second down, here's a run with Mack. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Here we go.
Play action. Now Wentz. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Lonnie Johnson picks it. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
At the 25-yard line. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a carry for Mack. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 84 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
That's what I do. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike. Mike 53.
On the handoff, running left, Marlon Mack. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. Hard throw incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
It'll be just an 18-yard punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're continuing to rock and roll, and at intermission, maybe sometimes you fear after such a good first half of a letdown, but that wasn't the case.
And what I remember most about being in those situations is exactly what you're talking about. You almost have that sense of satisfaction. You're like, we're doing really well. But I remember one time someone saying, winning's fun, but so is playing really well. Why would we want to do otherwise? That was the message, to keep the intensity up, to keep things going, and that's exactly what we're seeing here from this team.
Yeah, it's helped them extend their lead. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it, fumble, and the Colts pick it up. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So hold the phone here, Charles. I've kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18.
Makes the score Raiders 35, Colts 17.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this game, but that needs to serve as a wake-up call because they're not in the clear yet.
No, the message should be clear that fortunes can change pretty quickly when you turn the ball over. You've got to take care of it, otherwise that lead could slip away quickly.
At the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On play action, now Carr. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, that's one of the drawbacks of running the RPO. If those linemen go into run block mode, you can't throw it if they're more than a yard downfield. On 2nd down, here's Carr. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Carr. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A full 40 yards that time on 3rd down as the chains move with a lot of room to spare. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Carr to throw. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On second down, it's Hines. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Now Carr. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. 11 yards for number 11. Carr now on first down. Looking for Ruggs again, and he's got him again. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. On first down, Hines. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On second down, right back to Hines. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7.
And that is caught. It's Ruggs. Touchdown, Vegas.
We got 6.
3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25.
17.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much. Oh, Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? And he said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
They force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Throw left side complete. That's Doyle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. On the handoff, it's Mack. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Wentz. Left side, Doyle with it. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wentz. The toss here completed to Pittman. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. Fights through him. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
To throw is Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
On 2nd down now, it's Mack. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Shotgun now for Wentz. flush to his right. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that will cut this lead down to 25. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now it's Hines. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Las Vegas.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it